Good evening, viewers. Our headlines tonight reflect a mix of public health concerns, acts of compassion, legal proceedings, and business disputes, providing a snapshot of the diverse stories unfolding in our community. First on the list, concerns rise as St. Lucia records 3 COVID-19 deaths. Our health correspondents will be providing the latest updates on the situation, exploring the impact of the pandemic on the local community and the measures being taken to address the escalating situation. In a heartwarming turn of events, Mohamed extends support to 7-year-old Keziah Pilgrim. Our community reporters will be delving into the details of this act of kindness, showcasing the strength of community bonds in times of need. Shifting to the legal domain, a robbery accused finds himself remanded to prison after a court appearance. Our court reporters will provide insights into the charges, legal proceedings, and the potential implications for the accused. Daredevil motorcyclist Anthony Bisnoth faces legal consequences as he is charged and fined. Our team will explore the circumstances surrounding his actions, highlighting the importance of road safety. In a courtroom development, 2 men are found guilty of murdering a Rose Hall grocery store owner. Our legal correspondents will provide a detailed overview of the case, shedding light on the proceedings and the implications of the verdict. Comedian Kirk Jardines' trial faces a postponement to April 8, 2024. Our team will be covering the trial, providing updates on the comedian's legal situation and the reasons behind the delay. Lastly, Banks DIH Limited considers legal action to remove vendors. Our business correspondents will delve into the intricacies of this potential legal dispute, exploring the implications for both the company and the vendors involved. Stay with us as we bring you comprehensive coverage, expert insights, and the latest updates on these diverse stories throughout the evening.
Concerns rise as St. Lucia records 3 COVID-19 deaths within a 10-day period. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs in St. Lucia has reported a worrisome surge in COVID-19 related fatalities, with 3 recorded deaths during the period from January 15 to January 25, 2024. This development has prompted heightened alertness in hospitals across the country. The revelation was disclosed in an official statement issued by the Ministry of Health on Monday. Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Sharon Belmar-George, emphasized the increased number of hospitalizations and deaths attributed to COVID-19 within the last 14 days. Dr. Belmar-George further highlighted a rise in the number of individuals presenting with flu-like symptoms at various healthcare facilities, including emergency departments, wellness centers, and private doctors' offices. Addressing the concerning trend, Dr. Belmar-George attributed the upsurge in cases to new variants of COVID-19, influenza A and B, and the respiratory syncytial virus. This recent spike in hospitalizations and fatalities underscores the urgent need for continued vigilance and adherence to public health guidelines. We are closely monitoring the situation and urging the public to remain informed and take necessary precautions to curb the spread of the virus and its variants, explained Dr. Belmar-George. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs is actively collaborating with healthcare professionals, local authorities, and international partners to implement measures aimed at mitigating the impact of the virus on the community. Regular updates and advisories will be provided to keep the public informed about the evolving situation. Mohamed extends support to 7-year-old Keziah Pilgrim, who was born without hands. Prominent businessman Mohamed recently extended his support to 7-year-old Keziah Pilgrim, who was born without hands but aspires to become a doctor. Despite facing challenges due to her physical condition, Keziah uses her feet to complete various tasks, showcasing remarkable determination and resilience. Keziah, a resident of Befield Sophia, Greater Georgetown, attends David Rose Special Needs School, where she receives tailored education and support. Additionally, she has a hole in her heart, necessitating monthly medical checkups at the Georgetown Public Hospital. Her mother, 32-year-old Janita Daniels, works as an office assistant at the Ministry of Health and has been facing financial challenges in caring for Keziah and her 2 siblings. Despite being a single mother without support from Keziah's father, Janita has remained dedicated to providing for her children. Mohamed, moved by Keziah's story and impressed by her skills, reached out to offer assistance. In a meeting with the child and her mother, Mohamed presented a laptop, stationery items, a 1-year supply of milk, and a bed to support their needs. During the encounter, Mohamed expressed admiration for Keziah's determination and encouraged both the mother and child to remain hopeful for the future. He emphasized the importance of perseverance and pledged ongoing support. The generous contribution from A. Mohamed aims to alleviate some of the financial burdens faced by Keziah's family and enhance her educational opportunities. A. Mohamed wishes Keziah Pilgrim continued success and resilience in pursuing her dreams. Robbery accused remanded to prison after court appearance. On Monday, January 29, 2024, 22-year-old Nathaniel Martin of Middle Road, La Penitence, Georgetown, appeared before Magistrate Clive Nurse at the Georgetown Magistrates Courts on a robbery charge. The allegation against Martin is that, on January 26, 2024, at Brickdam, Georgetown, while in the company of others, he robbed Richard Balchin of a Samsung Galaxy phone valued at $35,000 and $5,000 in cash. Martin pleaded not guilty. Despite Martin being unrepresented and pleading not guilty, his release on bail was strongly opposed by the police prosecutor. The prosecutor emphasized the seriousness of the offense and the positive identification of Martin by the virtual complainant. Furthermore, the prosecutor noted that the stolen phone was recovered. As a result, Nathaniel Martin was remanded to prison. His next court appearance is scheduled for February 27, 2024. The Guyana police force remains dedicated to addressing criminal activities and ensuring that perpetrators are brought to justice. The public is encouraged to cooperate with law enforcement agencies and report any suspicious activities to maintain a safe and secure community. Daredevil motorcyclist charged and fined after collision with elderly pedestrian. In connection with a January 24, 2024 incident involving a motorcyclist and an elderly pedestrian, 19-year-old Anthony Bismuth of Lot 19 Crane Housing Scheme, West Coast Demerara, appeared at the Vreede en Hoop Magistrates Court today, January 29, 2024, before Her Worship Ms. Faith Magusti. Bismuth faced multiple charges related to the incident, and the court proceedings resulted in the following outcomes. Dangerous driving, dismissed on grounds of settlement. Failing to render assistance to injured person, dismissed. Unlicensed driver, pled guilty and fined $20,000. Failing to wear safety helmet, pled guilty and fined $7,500. Taking vehicle without owner's consent, pled guilty and fined $10,000. Breach of insurance, pled guilty and fined $25,000. The total fines imposed on Bismuth amount to $62,500. It is noteworthy that the charges related to dangerous driving and failing to render assistance were dismissed based on a settlement reached with the victim. The Guyana Police Force Traffic Department emphasizes the importance of responsible behavior on the road and encourages all road users to prioritize safety. This incident serves as a reminder of the potential consequences of reckless driving, and the fines imposed are intended to deter similar behavior in the future. The Guyana Police Force remains committed to ensuring road safety and calls on all citizens to adhere to traffic regulations for the well-being of themselves and others. Two men found guilty of murdering Rose Hall grocery store owner. On Monday, February 5, 2024, Satram Cushley and Bilal McLennan were found guilty by a jury for the February 2020 murder of Rose Hall town grocer, Lomenzo Johnny. The verdict was delivered during their trial conducted by Justice Sandil Kasoon at the Berbice High Court. Lomenzo Johnny, also known as Sham, 49, was killed during a robbery at his home. The sentencing for the convicted individuals has been deferred until February 20, 2024, at 1500 hours. During the sentencing, probation reports and other social impact assessments will be presented to the court. Attorneys at law Kevin Morgan and Alara Murphy Goodman represented the defendants, while State Counsel Muntaz Ali presented the case for the prosecution. The gruesome incident occurred on the morning of February 27, 2020, when Johnny was found with his feet bound together and signs of strangulation on a farm near his residence. His house, where he operated a grocery store, was ransacked, and a safe was taken by the robbers. The court determined that Cushley and McLennan were responsible for the multiple injuries that led to Johnny's death. The victim was last seen alive on the evening of February 26, 2020, as he went for his routine exercise. The verdict brings a measure of justice to the family of Lomenzo Johnny, and the sentencing will consider the gravity of the crime and its impact on the community. Comedian Kirk Jardines' trial postponed to April 8, 2024. The trial of comedian Kirk Jardines, popularly known as Chow Pow, has been postponed to April 8, 2024, at the request of his attorney, Kamraj Ramjatan. Kirk Jardines is facing charges of assaulting his daughter, Anaya Jardines. During the proceedings, Anaya Jardines expressed her desire for a fit penalty for her father. The trial is set to proceed unless the father and daughter can settle their differences through probation services. Kirk Jardines, 57, entered a not guilty plea to the charge, alleging that he assaulted Anaya on October 27, 2023, in Georgetown. He was granted bail with conditions, including staying away from his daughter and not communicating with her. The adjournment was requested to allow Kirk's attorney to attend the Budget 2024 debates, and the court will receive updates on any developments in the case during the next hearing. The situation arose when Anaya Jardines made a report against her ex-boyfriend at the East Ruimbelt police station, and her father allegedly assaulted her during an encounter related to the report. Kirk Jardines has maintained his not guilty plea, and the legal proceedings will continue in April. Banks Dye Limited considers legal action to remove vendors from D'Amico House. At the annual general meeting on Saturday, Banks Dye Limited's chairman, Clifford Race, revealed the company's contemplation of pursuing legal action to remove vendors operating in and around its D'Amico House premises, located in the Stabroek Market Square. Encouraged by the recent success of Munishwares Limited in a similar endeavor, Banks Dye is considering legal recourse due to ongoing challenges caused by the presence of vendors. Chairman Race stated, "The company is losing finances at D'Amico House. The whole area is being abused, and we just can't continue to run the business under those conditions." He highlighted the company's efforts, including letters to authorities such as the town clerk, city council, deputy commissioner, and the commander of Regional Division A, Georgetown, seeking intervention to address the situation, but without significant results. Despite a plan initiated by the Georgetown City Council to remove the vendors, Banks Dye Limited has faced persistent challenges. After the ManCC's failure to enforce a directive banning vending outside D'Amico House, the company is now considering legal action to address the issue. Chairman Race explained, "Banks Dye Limited has no alternative now but to move to the court to have the vendors removed." This decision follows the success of Munishwares Limited, which obtained an order from Chief Justice Roxanne George to seize goods of vendors operating around its premises. The proliferation of vendors had created encumbrances affecting the business's location in Georgetown. Banks Dye Limited aims to alleviate challenges posed by vendors affecting its operations, echoing the steps taken by other businesses in similar circumstances.